Hi guys, hope you all are well and safe. Since we are in a critical situation due to COVID-19, it's better to utilize some time to improve the skill sets. For this reason we have started these tutorial program. These tutorials will assist you to learn some extraordinary skills. It will ultimately be a big benefit to sharpen your career. Moreover, learning these skill sets will not only improve your employability, but can make you an employer as well. In our first tutorial we will focus on analysis of EOT crane hook. It is a very popular mechanical element which is commonly used at the construction sites for lifting heavy loads. Before starting with any study in SolidWorks, it is very important to check whether the unit systems that you are working upon are correct or not. Since most of the engineering components are designed in MMGS. Therefore we prefer MMGS, but if you want some other unit system there, well, you can go for that. We have used an M68 thread with 6 mm pitch. The nominal diameter of the thread is 60 mm. The boss extrude feature is used for creating the shank. The loft feature is used for creating the circular section. After designing the model, we'll go for simulation. First we will check whether the simulation has been enabled or not. If it is enabled by default, then you will be able to see the simulation option present in the ribbon. If not, then we have to click on the simulation option present in the ribbon to enable the feature. The first step is to click on New Study, and since it is a first tutorial we will go on with static. The hook is subjected to tensile loading and a small rotation is done through bearing while applying loads. That is why it can be considered that the hook is subjected to a static load. For a new study, the first step is to apply the material on the component. We will select plain carbon steel for now. We can also go for some other material as well. After application of material, we'll move into apply fixtures. What to fix is the question that arises. So select the area of fixture based on the portion where the component is held. Since the threaded portion is used to hold the hook, we'll select the threaded portions for the study. We have two other options as well, such as the roller slider and the fixed hinge, which is popularly used when we are simulating the hinges. But we do not have any specific elements present. Therefore we will only go for a fixed geometry. Once that is done, we will right check on it. The next step is to apply the external loads, which is a vertically downward load. Let us select the faces where the load will be applied. If you carefully observe, the load is acting normal to the face, which is not desirable. Therefore, we will go for selected direction option. Selected direction allows us the opportunity to apply the load on a very specific face or in a very specific direction. Since we want the load to be applied in the vertically downward direction, we will select the top plane. Once that plane is selected, we need to select the direction of the load with respect to the top plane, and we have three options. From that we can select the direction of the load. After finding the correct direction, we will click on reverse direction to ensure that the load acts downward. We will now apply a load of 30 kN. Now the load is completely applied. Another important tip is to apply the gravity. So as to ensure that any failure due to self-load or any bending due to self-weight is also taken into consideration, which is a very important step when we are simulating. This simulation will not just simply create the mesh, but we will select a very specific type of mesh, that is the curvature-based mesh, which is preferred for surfaces having curved areas. So we will select the mesh size according to our requirement. We will wait till the mesh is generated. If you closely look at the curve, the mesh is quite fine around the curved regions, whereas the elements are quite large on the flat surfaces. We will have a check on the number of elements which are generated. For this we need to provide certain details. So now if you observe, the total number of elements are 15,000 and the total nodes are around 24,500, which is a considerable small number when it comes to finite element analysis. Now we are all set to go for solution. Let us run the study. So we have the results generated. First thing that we always do in any FEA study is click on the factor of safety block, which is a very key step when it comes to analyzing your results and taking your calculations. After running the study, we can view the results using a variety of color plots, graphs, animations and reports. Depending upon our requirement, we can analyze the results from any of the reports generated. The finite element analysis uses a color code to determine the maximum, minimum and intermediate values. The colors of a stress plot represent what the stress value at that point in the model is. By default in SolidWorks simulation, the maximum stress value is set as the red value and the minimum stress as the blue value. In a linear static analysis, this value can be compared to the material's yield strength to determine yield failure. If the stress value is higher than the yield strength, then you would consider your part failing due to yielding. When you are looking at a stress plot, a good practice is to set your color scale with the maximum value set to the yield strength of the material. By doing this, you can check for any red color in the plot and this will represent where the material is yielding. It doesn't mean that your entire model needs to depict a non-red color. If your part generates a complete non-red color, then it may be over-designed. So you can perform a design iteration by taking a material with less density or changing the size so that you save some good amount of money in manufacturing and other stages. This was the first tutorial. In this video series, we will be coming up with another similar tutorials. So stay connected with us. Hope you all like it. Drop your comments in the WhatsApp group so that we can come up with better ideas and videos for you.